All right, family. So we are doing Revelation 18 today. So last week we got to know more about the whore and what the whore was doing since the beginning, all the way in the beginning, putting out all that false doctrine and everything like that. But it was all for money. All of it was for money. That's the underlying cost. Think of it like an MLM. They use religion as a front to get money, to extract the most amount of money from you. I didn't make that obvious in my last week, but I'm making it obvious now. Because if you look at all the people today who pushing false religion and all that, what is the main thing or the main goal they're after? Money. So they can make more churches, so they can get more money. This whole system is built off of money. And we're going to see that in this chapter today, Revelation 18. We're going to see the fall of Babylon, the fall of these world systems, the fall of Rome for good. And we're going to see what happens when the Most High destroys this place, using them 10 kings we read about, those 10 nations that's going to come up against Babylon at the end. These Europeans, they're going to come up against Babylon at the end and destroy it. And now you're going to see the result of that. So without further ado, brother, read verses 1 through 3 for me. Revelation 18. Let's get it.
Let's party. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
All right, family. So first off, we must understand who this Babylon the Great truly symbolizes in this passage. And we kind of went over it, this entire revelation about who this Babylon is. So this Babylon, it's not a mere ancient city, as most of these people would say, because, you had Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon. But this Babylon here that is fallen, it's a symbolic representation of the world's corrupt systems and powers that defy the Most High. It's the epitome of wickedness, of rebellion against the laws of Yah, the sanctuary of idolatry and blasphemy. This is what you see all around you. Wickedness upon wickedness upon wickedness from all the people, especially ours. This is what this Babylon has done. It's made everybody drunk off of this wine. As it is written, if we go over to Jeremiah 51:7, we read it last week, but I want to reiterate it again to you, this particular scripture of what the Most High had did with Babylon, or he described what Babylon has. Again, that's Jeremiah 51:7. What does it say?
It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that had made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Which illustrates the intoxicating influence of Babylon's ideologies and practices on the nation, leading them away from the truth of the Most High. That is what Babylon does. It gets us Israelites away from Yah. It pushes all kind of abominable ideologies and religion and all this other stuff to get the money from you. All this merchandise. All it does is sell stuff. Raises the price because of the greed. This is what we're going in right now. All this stuff going up in price. Food prices going up and up and up and up and up. Extracting more money from you. But the food is still the same garbage. But yet they want more money for it. You see what I mean? Drunk greed. This is what it's about. So this angel that's coming down with great power and the earth being lightened with his glory represents what? The revelation of truth that comes from the Most High. Exposing what? The darkness of Babylon's sins. See, right now, they get to hide their sins. But as you can see, the Most High is uncovering all these sins that all these wicked people have done. Bit by bit, he's taking off the blinders. He's uncovering all the secrets, all the skeletons in all these people's closets that they have been trying to hide. But they can't hide it from Yah. And now he's exposing them. He's exposing their nakedness to everybody that can see. But this same thing in Revelation 18:1 is akin to Ezekiel's vision. If we go over to Ezekiel 43 in verse 2. Again, that's Ezekiel 43 in verse 2. See more of this light.
And behold, the glory of God, of the God of Israel, came from the way of the east, and his voice was like a noise of many waters, and the earth shined with his glory.
Which shows the divine presence of the Most High and his power to what? Purify and judge. Babylon is getting judged. Babylon has been judged and is fallen now. He's purifying who? His people. This is why all this stuff is going on. He is doing this to put you through the ringer, Israel. You black people around the world, he's doing this to refine you. He's making you go through all kinds of things to refine you, to strengthen you, to increase your faith in him. So that way you can come out on the other end clean, white as snow. Righteous, pure. This is what the Most High is doing. But he has to put you through the furnace of affliction before he does it. That's what he has to do. So the declaration that Babylon is fallen, repeated for emphasis, it signals the complete and irreversible downfall of this corrupt system. No more will it rise up from the ashes like it did before. It just moved to another kingdom, moved to another kingdom. No more. That's it. Because after this kingdom, it's the Most High's kingdom. Ruling with Israel forever. That's the last kingdom. That kingdom is never going to be destroyed, as we've read about. So again, this echoes, if we go over to Isaiah 21:9, Isaiah says the same thing here about Babylon. Again, that's Isaiah 21:9.
And behold, here cometh the chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her gods he hath broken unto the ground.
And this is a call or proclamation that was made about the fall of the physical city, Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon, which again symbolizes the ultimate destruction of all systems. That's what this Babylon that we're reading about now, the entire system, is going to fall. Any one of these systems that oppose the Most High's divine order and liberation of his people, anyone that is against that will be destroyed. Poof, gone, no more. So the description of Babylon as this habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit in the cage of every unclean and hateful bird uses this vivid imagery to depict total moral decay. Physically and spiritually decayed. That permeates this entire system. And you can look around, you can see it. You can see how decayed it is. Little kids acting like adults. Old people acting like little kids. It's crazy. Everybody's doing whatever they want to do. They don't want to be checked. They don't want you to tell them about their sins, especially our people. You try to put them to the truth, and all they do is stiffen up that neck. All they do is be stubborn. But guess what? The Most High is watching. And all these people who have stiffened their neck and become stubborn against the truth will be destroyed. Remember, I said all systems. That includes the people. That goes against the Most High's truth. You're going away. All you pastors who scattering the flock, you will be destroyed. I'm not mincing no words. You will be eradicated, obliterated off the face of this earth. You will never be seen and heard from again. That's your judgment if you do not repent. This is a call for us to get the heck out of this system. Stop depending on it. So many of our people have gotten so used to the money, have gotten so used to all of this that they are addicted. They don't want to sober up off this wine. They want to continue drinking it to their own destruction. But this habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and cage of every unclean and hateful bird, it aligns with another prophecy in Isaiah. If we go over to Isaiah 13 and 21, Isaiah says the same thing here of what would happen when Babylon is destroyed, the physical city at that point. Again, that's Isaiah 13 and 21.
But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
Which illustrates the spiritual desolation that results from turning away from Yah. And if you go over to that land today, there ain't nothing there but these wild beasts, these animals. There ain't not a soul in sight. The Most High kept it that way. No one can live there. It is desolate. Empty, just like the Most High said it would. And the same thing is going to happen as we see to this place. This system worldwide is going to be destroyed. Now, when we consider that all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of the fornication, we see the widespread influence of Babylon's corruption. Not just a localized issue, but a global contagion that affects the kings of the earth. These are the rich men. These are the ones on the tippity top, the elite of the elite of the elite. These are the ones. And the merchants of the earth, these are them, the toppity top of these corporations. And if we go over to James 4 and 4, we can see this is further supported here. Again, that James chapter 4 and verse 4. What does that say, brother? Your mic's muted if you got it muted.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
And what do we witness today, brethren? We see the spread of this Babylonian influence through global economic systems, cultural exchanges, political alliances that promote everything contrary to the laws and commandments of the Most High. These heathen practices have infiltrated even those who claim to follow the scriptures, leading them astray into universalist movements. Everybody part of the body of Christ. Anybody that believes in Christ, even though that is not in the Bible. I'm still waiting for you heathen or you Christian Negroes to give me a scripture that says where the Most High made a covenant with anybody else but Judah and Israel. Still waiting. So even they're drunk off of this. So therefore, as the true Israelites, as part of this remnant here, what do we got to do? We got to stand firm against all of these deceptions. We must reject the allure of these Babylonian delicacies, which seek to enrich the merchants, but impoverish the soul. Greed, consumerism, this is what it's about. They want you to buy, buy, buy. Every year there's a new this, a new gadget, new clothes for you to buy, even though the ones you have are in perfectly good condition, but they have trained you to always want the new. Because if you don't have the new, then you are lagging behind. Oh, you ain't got the new iPhone yet? Dang, bruh. You that po? You can't afford it? This is what it is. Peer pressure. We're going back to elementary school. Peer pressure. So you got people who can't even afford these things going into massive amounts of debt for things that don't even last long anymore. Phones used to be able to last. Used to last a long, long time. Now, they don't even last that long. They don't even last a couple years before they start to slow down. They're not durable anymore. Little drop on the floor. Boom, broke. Y'all remember them old Nokia phones back in the day? They used to call it a tank. Used to play a little snake game on it. You can run over that thing multiple times and that thing will still be in one shape. It will still be whole. But this is what this world has done. It has made everybody greedy. Gotta get this. I gotta have that. Gotta get this. You don't even need it. But you have been sold a lie that you do need it. We don't need any of this stuff. Any of this stuff that these people have tried to sell to us, we don't even need it. The luxuries, we don't even need it. Clothes on the back, a roof, food in your stomach. It's all pretty much the Most High wanted you to have. Basic necessities. But we've got addicted to all this technology. Gotta have this, gotta have that, gotta put this in that, gotta upgrade this. You don't need to. We got to come out of her, as we're going to see in the next chapters or the next verses. You got to come out of her, Israel. We cannot partake of the sins, because when this place is getting destroyed, and I repeat, all of the people who are aligned with this system will be destroyed, gone. You don't want to be one of them. So we got to awaken from this slumber. Continue to be a light to your lost brethren out there, to awaken them from their slumber. If they're awake, all praises. If they don't, hey, man, just keep it moving. Only a remnant. Remember that. Don't waste your time on people who don't want to listen. If they don't want to listen, that's between them and the Most High. You don't have that blood on your hands. You warn them. That's what you're supposed to do. You warn them. If they don't want to listen, they stiffen the neck. Boom, dust off your shoulders and keep it moving. That's how we got to do it, y'all. This is how we do it. So as we continue to go down Revelation 18, we're going to go 4 through 8. Again, that's 4 through 8, Revelation 18.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, full to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
Y'all see that?
Boom.
This is the fall of the system. You see the arrogance? You see it? But first, this call to come out of her, my people. This is a divine command to whom? To you, Israel. So-called Negro people around the world, this is you. Most High is talking to you. He ain't talking to the Christians. He ain't talking to the Buddhists. He ain't talking to the Muslims or any of the other countless religions out there. He's talking to you, Israel, the true ones, not the fake ones in the land today. No, you. He's telling you to come out of her. Particularly the ones who are in lands that have embraced and propagated Babylonian doctrines and lifestyles. This can be definitely one of those in America. They have it in Europe too. It's slowly making its way over in South America, slowly but surely. Asia as well. This is not a plea. The Most High ain't asking you. He telling you. This is a command to separate ourselves from the ways of these heathens and their corrupt systems, which aligns with what Paul was telling us in 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. What does Paul tell us here? In 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17.
Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Separate. That's a big word there. Our people do not want to do this today. We want to stay hand in hand with the heathen. We love the heathen more than our own people. They do not want to separate them. This is why they stiffen up that neck when you preach against that all-inclusive Christianity that they have taken a hold of in this day. They don't want to let go of Becky, Mei Ling, Mariposa. They don't want to let them go. They want to hold on to them. The women and the men. They don't want to let Brad go, Jose. They don't want to let Abdul go. Yao Ming. They don't want to let them go. But the Most High says you got to be separate. Love your own people, your own brothers and sisters. Stop giving your love to other people who don't feel the same way. But that's hard for our people. And that's why the Most High gonna get them. When he unleashes this, when he unleashes all this, he gonna get them. Every last one of them, he gonna get them. You was warned, you got no excuse. So furthermore, the statement that ye be not partakers of her sins and that ye receive not of her plagues indicates what? What does that indicate? The necessity to disassociate from the sinful practices of these nations to what? Avoid divine punishment decreed upon them. They got judgment coming on them. If you don't want to get your head split, then you got to get out of the way. But Isaiah said the same thing if we go over to Isaiah 52 and 11. Isaiah talks about the same thing here. Again, it's Isaiah chapter 52, verse 11. Let it fly.
Depart ye, go ye out from thence. Touch no unclean thing. Go ye out of the midst of her. Be ye clean, that bear the vessels of the Lord.
That's you, Israelites. That's you. Be clean. The Most High watching you. He watching you, watching your every move. Are you just all talk? Or do you got some action behind those words? It's your choice. He always watching. Don't think he ain't. He always watching. Focusing on verses 5 and 6 here. The sins have reached unto heaven. And the Most High is going to reward this system with double the judgment. Why is he going to do this? Because it's a promise of retribution and justice from the Most High, which mirrors what? We go to Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 29. It mirrors this right here, what Jeremiah was talking about. Same thing. What does it say? Jeremiah 50 and 29.
Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel.
You got to get double. You stole from his people. You scattered his people. You beat in his people. You got to get double for that. Double punishment. That's why it's going to be so sudden. Boom, gone. No more. No more of this system. Most High going to destroy this place quick. It ain't going to be no long drawn. Nope. Most High is finna destroy this place quick when the time has come. This place going down in a hurry. In verses 7 and 8, you see how this beast, this woman, has glorified herself. Live deliciously. All these people on the earth, they live deliciously. These kings of the earth. Arrogant. Can't nobody touch me. I'm invincible. I own the cops. I own the justice system. You can't touch me. I am God. That's what they say to themselves. This is what they say to themselves. They are God. You can't touch me. They shall see no sorrow. Can't nothing happen to me. We gonna reign forever. That's the actions of them. Just look at them. Look how arrogant these white folks is. These other nations. Look at them. They're all the same. And they have no idea that the Most High is going to beat all their heads in. All of them. Truly believe they're untouchable. But the Most High is clear about their end. Sudden destruction as a consequence of their arrogance and sins against his chosen people. That's black folk, Negro folk. I'm going to keep on reiterating that. A lot of people keep thinking, oh, it's chosen people, anybody that believes. No. A remnant of these Negroes who are doing what he wants them to do. That's who he's talking about. And it mirrors the exact same fate of historical Babylon if we go back and read Isaiah 47. If we go back and read Isaiah 47, we read 7 through 9.
And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou did not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, And they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Y'all see that? All these people who arrogant, sitting on the top thinking nothing gonna happen to them. The Most High said, I'm gonna lay all y'all down, and we gonna see how he gonna do that in these coming verses in Revelation 18. The Most High got judgment for all of them. They living carelessly. They doing what they want. They buying new yachts. They building spaceships. Big old houses all over the place. Ain't paying their people no money. They heaping up all that money. All of it. All of it. They're just greedy, hungry hippos. Y'all remember that game, right? That was a good game. Hungry hippos. This is what they have become. But you see it right there. The Most High said, I am going to get you. You're going to lose your children. You're going to lose all your wealth. You're going to lose it. You're going to lose your companies. You're going to lose it. You're going to lose your life. You hear that, kings of the earth? You hear that, elite? The rich people of the earth. You going to die. Enjoy what you got right now, but your judgment has been sealed. Your fate has been written. You going away. Goodbye. See you later. Good riddance. So party it up. Have fun. Do your orgies and whatever the hell y'all be doing behind closed doors. That's all coming to an end. Violently. Y'all gonna get it. And all praises and great glory to the Most High Yah when it happens. For all the things you have done to his people, you gonna get it all back and some. You can't tell me the Most High is not a God of justice. He's a God of justice. This is divine judgment. We got a lot of our people today. Where's God at? Where's God at? Why he got us in here slavery? Blah, 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 blah. They don't read. It's here. But he doing it on his time. When he want to do it. When they sin cup has filled up and overflows, he going to get rid of it just like he did Sodom and Gomorrah. He's going to destroy this whole system and all the people in it. So in today's context, my people, these are a stark warning to us, the true Israelites, to sever the ties with this corrupt system and these ideologies of modern day Babylons, be they economic, political, or religious structures that oppose the laws and commandments of Yah. These systems are designed to keep us in spiritual bondage, which you can see by all these Christian Negroes about. And even then, some of the people who know they're Israelites, look at him and the craziness that they be spouting. They keep you in spiritual bondage and ignorance of your true heritage and responsibility under the covenant with Yah. They think being a Hebrew Israelite is a religion. What? How can your nationality be a religion? That's like saying Japanese is a religion. Or Chinese is a religion. It's a culture. It's your culture. It's your heritage. The same heritage that the Most High said we was going to discontinue for our sins and disobedience. The same one y'all kicking against. Because what does that mean? That means you're going to have to change. No more eating pork fried rice and ham sandwiches. No, sir. No more chitlins and hog maws. No, no. You're going to have to change. They don't want to do that, family. That's why they kicking against it. They ain't gonna tell you that, but you can tell by the way they kick. The harder they kick, that's how you know how deeply entrenched they are in foolishness and wickedness. And they don't want to give it up. This is that bondage and ignorance that this system has wrought upon our people. We got to awaken to this truth. We got to reject these heathen interpretations of this book that seek to universalize or dilute the messages meant for us and prepare for the redemption and rulership that awaits our people under the Messiah, as foretold throughout the entire scriptures. So as we keep it moving in Revelation 18, we're going to read 9 and 10. What does it say, brother?
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
So this speaks volumes again about the imminent downfall of the global systems of corruption and oppression, symbolically referred to as Babylon. These systems have long exploited and subjugated and oppressed the true children of Israel, the Negroes. Yes, sir. Black people, not all black people, a specific seed line. We got to get this straight because everybody keep thinking you say the word black, I mean all black people. No. Specific seed line of these black people, the one under these curses that apparently a lot of people say we not going through. Uh-oh. But let's break down these 9 and 10 real quick. Firstly, as we should know, the kings of the earth represent the world's ruling powers and authorities who have engaged in fornication with Babylon. This fornication, brothers and sisters, is not of a physical nature, but a spiritual and political betrayal, which refers to their alliances with corrupt systems and ideologies that stand in direct opposition to the laws and commandments given to us by Yah. You see it with all the laws they pass. They don't care about the word of God. They don't care. They care about his money. Give me more money. I don't care how I got to get it. I don't care who I got to kill. I don't care who I got to exploit. I don't care who I got to subjugate, oppress. Give me money. And since we make up a whole lot of the economic wealth in this country, spending well over $1 trillion each year, we are the target of this. Nobody spend money like we do. We spend the money we don't have. Most of us don't even have it. But we spend it because we got to look a certain way because that's what this system has made us look like. You're supposed to be like this. So act like this. Buy clothes that make you look like this. Say things that make you seem like this. They have given us a caricature, a stereotype. And our people are spending trillions to be whatever this system wants them to be. Ignorantly, of course. They indulge, these kings of the earth, they indulge in luxuries and power at the expense of truth and justice, as described if we go over and turn our books to Ezekiel 23 and verse 30. Again, that's Ezekiel 23 and verse 30. What does Ezekiel say here, brother?
It says, I will do these things unto thee, because thou hast gone a whoring after the heathen, and because thou art polluted with their idols.
Most High judging his people because we can't get the heathen off the brain. We love all that stuff. We love all their fancy clothes, quote unquote fancy. It's all cheap stuff. They just put a name on it and sell it to you for 10 times the price. And our people buy it because that is what the system has indoctrinated them to believe. These brands are your gods. Gucci, Fendi, Prada. Gotta have a Benz. Gotta have a Beamer. I gotta have everything foreign. It's all about foreign. It's not about their own people. It's about foreign. Everything that they wearing is foreign. And they wonder why they are in the condition that they continue to be in. Because they refuse to follow after the Most High instead of these heathen. This is why we still on the bottom, folks. Our people are too stubborn and ignorant and even arrogant, very arrogant for being on the bottom. We are very arrogant people, I've noticed. You would think we'd be worth trillions of dollars, but no, we poor. We poor. In the eyes of the nations, we poor. And they know you poor. They see you walking around with all that fancy stuff. They just shake their heads. They're like, oh man, you know he can't afford that. How do he afford all that? How do you afford this? This is what they're saying in their heads. They know you can't afford it. They know you're trying to look a certain way. They know you poor. You fronting. You ain't fooling nobody but yourself. You may be able to fool your own people, but these other nations, they see right through you. They know you ain't got no money. Because people who got money, they don't go and spend their money on that type of stuff. No, sir. But that's the TV for you. That's music for you. Gotta get this. Gotta have that. Gotta do this. Gotta have that. The marketing system for Black folk is, I'm going to have to give it to them. I give them the applause for that. I'll give it up to them. The way they market to our people has been just fantastic. What these heathen have done over the past centuries is it's something to marvel. And the Most High made them do it. Most High said, I'm going to destroy this people. We are destroyed. He said, he put it all on them heathen. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do that. And look at our people today. Don't even know it. So now as we see the smoke of her burning symbolizes what? The destruction of these corrupt systems by the divine judgment of Yah. A purge of wickedness prophesied to cleanse the earth. It's going to be found no more. This system will never rise again. It'll be destroyed forever. It's not merely a physical destruction, but a spiritual awakening and realignment with the Most High's justice. The fear that grips these kings as they stand afar off highlights their realization of the Most High's power and the futility of their defiance. And we can read more about that if we go over to Psalm 2, one of my favorite chapters. Most High don't pull no punches here. Psalm 2, 10 through 12. Again, at Psalm chapter 2, 10 through 12. What does that read?
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Y'all see it right there. Most High ain't pulling no punches. Now, connecting this prophecy to our current times, we witness a global system increasingly characterized by what? Moral decay. You got economic disparity. Just look at the gap between the rich and the poor. It's widening every second of every day. They are destroying the so-called middle class. You are either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. That's the goal. They don't want to be associated with y'all no more. They trying to get away from y'all. You got spiritual bankruptcy. You see it all around. Woman has an abortion, people laugh. There's no more serious around it no more. That used to be a stigma. You get that, you hide that. Now they openly putting it on TikTok. Hey, just got an abortion, blah, blah, blah. And they twerking and all that stuff. This is where we at. All elements of this Babylonian system. The luxurious living of the elite at the expense of the poor and oppressed. Just look at the way they do that, man. Look at the CEO of your particular company, wherever you at. They living deliciously off of your hard labor. They don't got to do none of the work that y'all do. Y'all the ones who do the real work. They sit on their butt. They don't do a damn thing. Nothing. But yet they living off of y'all. They flying on private jets. They got private islands away from you niggas. Private chefs. Car collection, boat collection, house collection, all over this world. While you do all the work. You slaving and slaving 80 hours a week. They barely do any of that. And they make 100 times your salary. This is the system we are in. This is the one that the Most High has proclaimed judgment on. Then you have the lamentation that they say, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Serves as a dire warning to the powers that be. That's right. You so-called kings of the earth. This talking about you. The suddenness of Babylon's fall in 1 hour, quote unquote, symbolizes the swift and unexpected nature of divine retribution that awaits these oppressive systems. Remember, because last week, remember, those 10 kings, they gave power to the beast, and all of a sudden, they poop, betrayed it, and killed it, destroyed it. That's the suddenness of this fall, that 1 hour, right there. Because those 10 kings are going to betray this system. And they're going to destroy it. Swift destruction. And it reminded of the fate that befell historical Babylon. Remember, that historical Babylon was a shadow of this Babylon we're in today. So if we go over to 13:9 of Isaiah, as in that's Isaiah 13 and verse 9, we see it.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Is that Isaiah 13 and 19?
Oh, 19?
Yeah, 13 and 19, Isaiah.
Okay, my bad, brother.
It's all good.
Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, The beauty of the Chaldees' excellence shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
There you go. So just like what happened with the Chaldeans, Babylon, this Babylon, this worldwide system, the same thing gonna happen. Most High gonna overthrow this system too. It's already been written. It's gonna happen, family. You just gotta be patient. You just gotta be patient. That's all the Most High wants. Patience. Let these nations fill up the sin cup. Let them continue to betray the Most High's commandments. Let them continue to live deliciously. Let them continue to trot out these laws that are abominable. Let them. Because with each time they do that, that's closer and closer to our redemption, Israel. So my brother and sisters, again, let us not be swayed. Let us not be swayed by the system. We know who we are. We got to hold fast to that truth. You got to stick in this foundation. You got to prepare yourself for the day when we will be liberated from the clutches of Babylon and restored to our rightful place as the rulers of this earth. We will be the head again, not the tail like we are today. The Most High finna flip this script. So how can these fake Jews be Israel? The curses said we're going to be on the bottom and not the top, but yet these fake Jews, they run everything. They're in all the corporations. They got all the money. They running it all. This is how we know this is not them. Don't care what no white person say or any other person, no Christian Negro. It don't matter. They are not the people. The scriptures betray them. Do not allow these people to tell you who you are. No, you ain't no Hamite, like they like to say. You are an Israelite. This is your heritage that I'm talking about. This is your heritage. This is the future for us. This system going away, and the Most High is going to put us back in rulership. That's what these crackers are scared of. I said it. I don't care. That's why they mad. That's why they trying to say, I'm sorry, trying to do apologies. But no, blood must be spilled. Sorry, heathen. Sorry is not enough to take away the centuries, the millennia of brutality that you have done to the Most High's people. And we all know he put it on your heart to do it, but you're going to get judged nevertheless. Your sorry means nothing in the eyes of the Most High Yah. He going to get a pound of flesh out you people. You know what you've done. You can try to say you're not racist. I'm not a racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body. Yeah, you do. I don't believe none of y'all. Y'all all racist until I see otherwise. That's how I see it. That's how you guys must see it. Remember, this book is about you. Stop caring for the other nation. Stop listening to what they got to say. You go to your people. If somebody from another nation is trying to talk crap, ignore. They are nobody. Remember, the Most High called that Canaanitish woman a dog. They are dogs. They are beneath you. Why are you talking to them? They don't even deserve your attention. They are specks, gnats, mosquitoes, annoyances. That's what they are. Treat them as such. You are kings. You are queens. You don't talk to you don't give your servant that same respect that you do your own people? What? You see them as who they are. Your servants, your future servants. That's how you address them if you do it at all. This is your heritage. You ain't equal with these people. You above these people. They are beneath you. Remember this. Remember. So let us keep going in Revelation 18. We're going to read verses 11 through 14. Watch this. All the stuff that they have made. Watch what the Most High is going to do to it all. Again, that's 11 through 14 we read in Revelation 18.
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls, and fine linen and purple, and silk and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all.
Now let's break this down, Israel. Watch this. These verses are not mere poetry or symbolic fluff. They are a divine indictment against what? The greed and opulence of Babylon. Representative of today's global superpowers, their corporation and their capitalist economies that thrive on exploitation and injustice. Look how they have enriched themselves. Look at all the different companies that they have selling people all these kind of goods. Most High finna put an end to all that. All that going away. Stock market, whoop, plummet. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, all that stuff. No more. Goodbye. No more Jordans. No more Mercedes-Benz. No more BMW, Volkswagen, Audis, Nike, Reebok, Puma. No more of all that going away. The factories are being shut down. Nobody is buying it anymore. The Most High has put a stop to them all. That's what he's saying. No more money is going to be made. These merchants of the earth weeping and mourning. What does it signify? Points directly to the economic collapse prophesied to befall these modern empires. Just as Egypt was judged for its oppression of the Most High's people back in Exodus 7 through 12, so too will these modern nations face Yah's wrath for their economic systems that they have built on greed, inequality, and the dehumanization of the masses. They don't even see y'all as people. They see y'all as walking dollar signs. That's all they see you as. When you come to work, you are a walking dollar sign. They don't see y'all as people. You guys are robots, there to do what they tell you to do or face the consequences of being put out. Because they know if you don't do it, they can hire somebody else that will do it. We are desperate to keep these jobs. Why? Because we're all one paycheck away from homelessness. That's why they got you living paycheck to paycheck, so you can depend on them even more. They know y'all won't quit. They know y'all won't go to another place. They know this. That's why they can do whatever the heck they want to do. Pass all these different policies, making it even harder and harder for you to work. Because they know nobody gonna quit. Because y'all all need the money. Or else your bills won't get paid and you're gonna be thrown out on your behind. They know this and they take advantage of it very well. So the cessation of commerce, the full stop to it, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Was it parallel? The same plagues that halted Egypt's economy and serves as a warning to today's global systems. Remember, I told y'all Egypt was a blueprint. The Most High gonna do the same thing to this worldwide system. It's all gonna stop. We saw it through the vials in Revelation 16. We saw it, how the Most High is gonna systematically stop it all. And now we're reading the end result of all of that. No more money. No more money. Look at the list of the merchandise that was in this verse. It's not just commodities. It's the opulence, the luxury, the excess, all symbols of their decadence and departure from the laws of Yah. These items, gold, silver, precious stones, pearls, represent wealth amassed through what? The suffering of the poor and needy. Look at our people over there in Africa, mining for these people, for coal and all these precious stones. Got little kids over there mining for this stuff. They don't even get to keep it. They got to give it to these oppressors. They don't make no money, barely any money to survive. But they over there mining for Tesla, mining for De Beers and K's Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K. No, no more. No more of your diamonds, no more of your crap. It's gone away. Yah's law commanded fair treatment and justice. Let's read it. Leviticus 19 and 15. If we read, go to Leviticus 19 and 15. This is what the Most High set up with his people. How things are supposed to be.
Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
But these nations build their wealth by trampling on the righteous decrees of the Most High. That's how they make the most money. If you want to be rich, you do the opposite of what we just read. That's how you be rich. You got to get rid of your conscience. That's how you get rich. If you don't do that, then you will not be rich in this system. That's why our people are doing whatever it takes to get the bag. They are doing the exact opposite right here. And they wondering why the Most High beating them in the head over and over and over again. Because they're trying to follow after the heathen. The Most High holds us, Israelites, as to a standard. He holds us to a standard. He don't give a crap what these other nations doing. He gonna handle them. But you, as being part of his covenant, you gonna get punished. You are held to a standard. You can't be like them, and you can't use it as an excuse. These pastors know this, but they don't care. They want money. So they will say whatever it is to universalize this so they can get the most amount of people. They know they ain't gonna get a lot of money from black folk. So this is why they universalize it to all these other nations. You can come in. Yeah, you can come in. Because they know these other nations got the money. They know black folk ain't got no money. But these other nations, they got the money. They got the real money. This is the purpose for Christianity. This is the purpose for all these other religions. To extract the most amount of money from the people. And they doing it by the boatloads. Every Sunday, that offering plate is filling to the brim. And they don't learn not a damn thing. But here's the most damning thing of all. The mention of slaves and souls of men in that verse. This isn't just historical. It is profoundly contemporary. It's still happening, y'all. Today's Babylon trades not only in physical merchandise, but in lives through what? How do they do this? Corporate exploitation, human trafficking, and economic slavery. This is how they do it nowadays. They don't got to put you in chains no more. They just throw you in the factory. Put you on a so-called job. That's slavery right there in another form. You working all that time. You trading all your time for what you would think should be the equal amount of money, but it's not. You're doing all the work for the company, but you ain't getting nothing. Economic slavery. This is what this system has done with the people. Modern parallels to the literal slavery that was condemned by the prophets. If you go over to Amos 2 and 6. Again, Amos 2 and 6. We see where Amos condemned actual slavery. Watch what he says.
Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they sold the righteous for silver, and the poor for a pair of shoes.
We sold our own people. Our own people. Back in the day, we sold our own people. Most High told us not to do that. But we did it anyway. For what? Money. This is the state of our people. This is what they do. Heck, you even got people selling their kids now for money. Selling their kids now for goods or whatever it is that they want. They selling their own babies. Same thing happening today. Ain't no different. So just as Israel was called out of Egypt, Yah calls his people today to come out of this modern Babylon, as we already read. To not partake in these sins, nor to share in her plagues. So what are the fruits that thy soul lusted after? These are the corrupt desires of power, control, and material excess that drive the nations today, leading them away from Yah's commandments and towards their inevitable judgment. Look at our people. They want the bag so much, but they have no idea they're going to be destroyed. They want it so much, they're going to be destroyed. They have no idea. The end of that journey is utter destruction. They don't care. It's about physical pleasures to this people. You tell them about the Most High Yah, get out of here. I don't want to hear about it. But they love any type of juicy gossip. They love when people talking about Diddy. They love that. I will not partake. I will continue to bless the ears of this stubborn people with the word, no matter how mad they get. I don't care if you get angry. I don't care if you call me stupid. I don't care. I'm wiping the blood off my hands. Now the blood is on your own head. I'm clean of it. You have been made accountable, sir. Thank you. Goodbye. Can't tell the Most High, well, I didn't know about it. He gonna say, hey, I sent my servant and he told you, you didn't care. Then you're gonna be crying, begging before you get Thanos snapped out of existence. So don't lust after these fruits, family. Isaiah warned of that downfall of ancient Babylon. We read it earlier. But we're going to read a couple more verses. If we go back to Isaiah 13, we're going to read 19 through 22 this time to see the downfall of the ancient Babylon, to see how it mirrors this spiritual Babylon today. Again, that's Isaiah 13. We're going to read 19 through 22.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
So just as this ancient Babylon is desolate today, there ain't nothing over there but those wild beasts. This spiritual Babylon is going to be utterly destroyed as well. This Babylon we're in today, he's going to destroy the entire system. Never going to exist again. This is what he's promising Israel. This is why he's telling it to you, Israel. He ain't telling it to no other nation. He's telling it to you so you can know the signs of the times. So you can understand what's about to happen to this place. So you can make the proper moves. So you can stay out of it. Let Babylon do its thing. Because it's going to fall. No matter what they think is going to happen to the system, it's going to fall. The Most High already said it. Their luxuries are going to vanish. Why? Because it said, thou shalt not find them no more at all. Which signals the total and irrevocable destruction. No more, no reverse of this. When it happens, that's it. Of their corrupt system and practices. So we got to understand, Israel, that these verses are a call for us to recognize the signs of the times. So we can see the impending judgment, as I just said, on these heathen nations and separate ourselves. We got to hold fast to these commandments. We got to love our people. We got to love the Most High. That's how we fulfill the commandments. Love with love, love, love. So we can prepare ourselves for when Yeshua comes back and we reign with him forever. So as we keep it going back in Revelation 18, we're going to read verses 15 through 17. Back to Revelation 18, we're going to read 15 through 17.
The merchant of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, but saying, Alas, alas, that great city was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off.
More warnings for this system. The merchants, Those today who build empires on the backs of the oppressed, who enrich themselves through exploitation and injustice. They will stand afar off as they witness the destruction of their empire. They're going to see it crumble, family. Most High going to make sure they see it fall. He want them to get it all in. He want them to see it all, to show that they are powerless against him. This is not a mere physical distance. This represents their utter helplessness and despair as they watch their world crumble. Yah is not mocked. What a man sows, that shall he also reap. We already knew about that in Galatians 6 and 7. All the wickedness these people have sown in this earth, they're going to get it back on their own head. They're going to reap it. Best believe it. They think they're invincible. The Most High says, not a chance. These pitiful cries, alas, alas, that great city, reflect the shock and horror at the sudden fall of their economic powerhouses. They think they too big to fail. They said that in 2008, right? With those banks, too big to fail. They think they're too big to fall, but the Most High gonna flatten them like a pancake down to the ground, like he did Egypt, down to the ground. Look around today, family. See these global economies trembling on the brink of collapse. The stock markets, financial system, modern day towers of Babel, built on greed and corruption, are but what? Sand castles before the tidal waves of Yah's justice. They being held by a thread. They being held by a thread. And when it's time, the Most High gonna cut that thread and it's all gonna come falling down like Humpty Dumpty, never to be put back together again, broken in pieces forever. They dress themselves in luxury, clothed in fine linen, purple and scarlet, but inside, what are they? Whitewashed tombs. Let's see what Christ had to say about that. He said the same thing. Christ said the same thing. We go to Matthew 23 and 37. Or 27, my fault, 27.
What chapter? 23 still?
Yep, Matthew 23 and verse 27.
Gotcha. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all cleanliness.
Just like these systems, they pretty themselves up on the outside, but on the inside, full of wickedness and uncleanliness. Because all their companies are built off the backs of our people and other poor folk. And what of this? For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught. O Israel, take heed. This speaks of the suddenness, as I told you before, the unexpectedness of Yah's judgment. They ain't gonna see it coming, fam. The Most High gonna hit them with a sucker punch. They not gonna see it. Doesn't the Most High come like a thief in the night? He gonna do it right here on this beast system. They ain't gonna see it. These kings of the earth, these rich men, they ain't gonna see it coming. They're gonna be blindsided. You remember how those vows came out? Sudden, unexpected. I went through all of the different systems that the Most High gonna attack. They won't be able to help themselves. They won't be able to get out of the hole that they have dug themselves. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. If we go read that in Matthew 24, 37 through 39. What does Christ say his coming gonna be like? What are the people gonna be doing at this time? Matthew 24, 37 through 39 will tell you.
But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, that they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
That sudden judgment. They're going to be partying it up like they partying today. Eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage until the flood came and took them all away. So too will these merchants be caught unaware, pants down, riches evaporating like mist before the fierce heat of Yah's wrath is going to go away. They're not going to be seeing it. Do not be deceived by these heathen interpretations that seek to spiritualize away the harsh realities of these prophecies like these Christians do, or those that claim these events are only symbolic or restricted to ancient history. No, they are unfolding before our very eyes. The systems of this world are falling, crumbling under the weight of their sin and rebellion against the Creator. We, the true Israelites, must not find comfort in the pleasures of Babylon. Again, we must come out of her. That's the message today. Come out. Come out of her, my people. That's the message I'm trying to sear into your mind. Come out. Do not depend on this system. Use it how you can, but you will not succumb to the lusts that it presents to you as temptation. You will keep that separate. We have to be pure. We can't be caught with our pants down like these merchants of the earth, like these kings of the earth, and these other wicked people of our people and the other nations. We can't get caught with our pants down, because if we do, we gonna die just like them. So we have to be pure. Separate ourselves so we don't get filthy, so our garments stay clean, so we can remain righteous and holy in the eyes of the Most High. Standing firm in the truth of Yah's word and looking unto Yeshua, the author and finisher of our faith. For when these kingdoms fall, as surely they must, we will stand witnesses to the power and justice of our Elohim, who will establish his kingdom of peace and righteousness, where we will reign with him forever. So we have to hold fast, Israel. His judgment is going to cleanse the earth. The day of him is at hand. We got to be found faithful, watching and praying, adorned not with the corruptible riches of this world, but with the uncorruptible riches of what? Righteousness and holiness in Yahushua HaMashiach. That's how we got to do it. That's how we got to be found when he comes at this time. We got to be clean. Don't be filthy like the rest of these people will be. So let's move it back to Revelation 18. We're going to do 18 and 19 right now. 18 and 19.
And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she is made desolate. Boom.
There it is right there. All these people who once reveled in prosperity of their wickedness are now witnesses to its swift destruction. Look around, Israel. See how the nations place their trust in their economies, their military might, especially this country, their technological advancements, yet they crumble at the slightest touch of Yah's righteous judgment. Poof! The stock markets will crash. Political turmoil shakes the foundations of their governments, and natural disasters lay waste to their infrastructures. All in the blink of an eye, all within an hour, as it were. Is this not the very manifestation of what was prophesied? It's going to happen so quick, fam. It's going to make your head spin. They cry out, "What city is like unto this great city?" A lament for their lost wealth, their lost security, their lost illusions of grandeur, because that's all it is, family. It's an illusion. It ain't real. Spiritual wealth is the only thing that's real. This material wealth is fake. It's an illusion. It's to keep you occupied and distracted from Yah. That's why the Most High always tells us to come out of her, so those illusions can go away and we can see it for what they truly are. Temptations, deceptions. These people, they have become like Lot's wife, looking back at Sodom, burning, regretting the loss of their place in a condemned society. Let's read that. Genesis 19:26. What happened to Lot's wife? Most High said, look ahead, don't look back. 19:26 of Genesis. Let's read it.
But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt.
Straight and simple to the point. When the Most High cleans you up and gets you out of this, when he brings you into the truth, when he brings you into this marvelous light, you don't look back. You don't miss your old life. You don't want to go back and do the abominable things that the Most High brought you out of. You keep it moving forward, forward, forward. Do not look back. That's the message here. Don't look back. There ain't nothing for you there. There ain't nothing but wickedness and sin ready to grab you again. Don't be ensnared by the temptations again. They're prettying it up, family. They're making it look nice. They're making it look real nice to sin nowadays. They're making it easy to sin. Virtual reality porn, all this stuff. They're making it easy. You ain't got to do nothing no more. Put on your little Meta Quest 3s or your Oculus. Sit back and sin away. You don't got to do nothing no more. They got all these tools, all these things you can wear to simulate like somebody's touching you, like Ready Player One. They exist now. They exist. All the different toys that they got. You don't even got to have another person no more. They have it all. They've made it easy for you to sin. But are you going to do it? Are you going to look back and be like, man, I missed that. Dang, boy, I wish I could do it again. Is that going to be you? Or are you going to keep forward? Keep it moving. Follow the path that the Most High has set out for you. That is what he wants from you, Israelites. The ones who he have called out of this wickedness, of this filth, and cleansed you up. Are you going to go back and dirty yourself again? You're going to go back and eat your own vomit? Is that going to be you? You're going to be crying because the Most High took you out of this life? And you want to go back like these rich men crying when they see their wealth going away, all their stuff crumbling? Is that going to be you? Are you crying? Do you miss your old life? Is that you right there? That's what he's saying. That's what it means. You don't miss that old life. You praise the Most High, he got you out of it because there's something greater for you at the end of this story. And if you keep yourself separated from all this wickedness, guess what? You're going to be able to partake in it. You see the system, it's going away. So why would you put your trust back into it again? The Most High took you out. You already know it's going away. We're reading about it. The Most High finna destroy this whole system. Why would you go back? Why? These rich men, they're enamored with their achievements now in the heights of their skyscrapers, but blinded to the depths of their spiritual bankruptcy. And what of casting the dust on their heads? This is a biblical expression of extreme mourning and despair. And if we go over to Joshua 7:6, we can see an example of this. Again, that's Joshua chapter 7 and verse 6.
And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the eventide, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads.
So they're mourning. But Nehemiah also talked about it too. If we go to Nehemiah 9 and 1. Again, that's Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 1.
Now on the 24th day of this month, the children of Israel were assembled with fasting and with sackcloth and earth upon them.
They are about to confess their sins. They're in extreme mourning about the bad things that they did. Same thing as what these rich men are doing now. They're mourning, regretting all the stuff that they did, but it's too late. It's too late. The people of this modern Babylon will mourn for their lost empire, but not for their sins. Whoops. That's what they're mourning for. They don't care about the crap that they did to do it. They care about actually losing the wealth. That's the crazy part about it. A lot of our people, same way. They don't care about the things they had to do. If they lose it, they're cared about losing the wealth. Nick Cannon was scared about losing his wealth. Kyrie Irving was scared about losing his wealth. Kanye West was scared about losing his wealth. That's why they recanted all the stuff that they said. They apologized to the fake Jews and did their little apology tour. They were scared of the wealth. Same way as these men are mourning here. They don't care about the sins that they did. They care about losing the wealth, the power, the fame, the reputation. That's all they're mourning for. That's a sign. That's a message. These people aren't repenting. You got a whole lot of people who say they repented, but are they really repenting? Are they truly repenting with true repentance, not to do the thing that they're repenting for? Because when you repent, that means you're not going to do what you did before. But many people, especially these Christians, they're doing the exact same thing that they repent for. Every Sunday, they go to church to cleanse themselves. Then throughout the week, they go back and do the same wickedness again. And then they go back on Sunday, do it all over again. You think the Most High is working with that? Our people have been blinded. They've been sold a bill of goods of once saved, always saved. No, sir. We cannot be deceived. We got to cut through the facades of these societies today, exposing the rot within and calling for repentance and separation from these corrupt systems amongst our people. We got to be set apart. We can't be entangled in the sins of Babylon, not seduced by her luxuries or intimidated by her might. Because these heathen, they puffing themselves up because they got their military and all that stuff. They puffing themselves up. Can't be scared of that because we know we got the God of Israel on our side. Paul said it, didn't he? If the Most High is with us, who can be against us? Let these heathen puff it up. Who cares? The Most High gonna flatten them like a pancake when the time has come. In the midst of these tumultuous times, Israel, we got to be the lights in the darkness, beacons of hope and truth proclaiming the return of our King, who will rule with justice and righteousness amongst our people. This is what we got to do. This is how we got to do it. No matter if they get mad at you, no matter if they cry, complain, saying you butchering the Bible, no, don't matter. Let them talk. You know the truth. Let them talk. They're only reaping their own destruction. So let us get back to Revelation 18. We go and read 20 and 21. 20 and 21, back in Revelation 18.
Got you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
Y'all see that? Woo! No more at all. Gone away. Never to return. Never to return. So this is a call not for mourning, Israel, but for jubilation. A divine command to rejoice. Why are we rejoicing? Because the Most High Yah has executed his perfect justice on this harlot city, Babylon, which again symbolizes the corrupt systems and empires that have persecuted the prophets, that have slain the righteous, and led many astray by their fornications from the path of truth. This same rejoicing is commanded to the heavens, to the holy apostles and the prophets. Why? Why? Because their persecutions are being avenged. All those martyrs for Christ, they're being avenged right here. They have been revenged. The Most High has got his recompense. This is no petty vengeance, but divine retribution. The rightful restoration of order. The sanctification of his name before those who have defiled it. Where were the cries of justice when the prophets was killed and the truth was suppressed? Where was it? Where was it? Heaven remembers, and Yah has not forgotten the cries of his servants. Remember, they're crying out from the altar, saying, "How long, Lord? How long?" This is the result right here. This is the vengeance. This is the vengeance right here. Most High has answered the call. And how shall this mighty city fall? With violence. She shall be thrown down. Those 10 kings that we read about last week are going to destroy the hell out of this place. The saints are going to destroy this place. This is not a gentle toppling, no sir, but a forceful obliteration, indicative of the fierce and complete eradication of evil that Yah promises. This city, Babylon, representative of all that stands against the Most High and his people, will be cast down so violently that it will be found no more at all. Which echoes the same narrative of Sodom and Gomorrah. Cities so thoroughly destroyed by divine fire that nothing was left but smoke and ashes. You can read about that in Genesis 19, 24 to 28. Y'all can read that. Yah's judgments are total, leaving no trace of the wickedness that once defiled his ordinance. It's gone. Poof, out of existence. Will never exist no more. That's the way the Most High works. He's not going to leave them around like they say with this lake of fire. He ain't going to leave them around. For what reason? That's not justice. There ain't going to be no trace of this. No trace of wickedness. He going to destroy the wicked completely and utterly. Destroyed. Never be seen again. Never to be heard of again. Poof, out of existence. There will be no more. Just like this Babylon. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. Stop thinking about this lake of fire. It's a symbolization. of the judgment. The totality of the judgment. It's everlasting, which means it will never be reversed. They can't come back. That's how serious this is. The people who are treading on thin ice. A lot of our people are treading on thin ice. They don't know the totality of this judgment. They truly think that they're saved. They truly think they're doing the Lord's work. But we all know at the end, they're going to say, Lord, Lord, haven't I prophesied in thy name? Cast out devils. Most High going to say, depart from me. I don't know you, you worker of iniquity. They really do think they're doing the Lord's work, y'all. They really do think this. But we all know they are on the way to total destruction. We see these same prophecies unfolding today, leading up to it. As the systems that have long oppressed and misled humanity crumble. Financial upheavals, social unrest, look at all the different protests going around the world. Environmental catastrophes. You see all these earthquakes? Strike with increasing frequency and intensity. These earthquakes are going. All you got to do is look up these earthquakes. They happening every day. Every day. These are not random occurrences, people, but the beginnings of sorrows, the birth pains of a new era. The era where we rule Israel. Most High talked about it. Matthew 24:8. Let's go read it out of the mouth of our Creator. Matthew 24:8.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
Beginning of sorrows. Our sorrow has been happening for a long time, family. Since we got cast out the land. Sorrow's been happening for Northern Kingdom since they got cast out by Assyria. We've been in sorrows all this time. The kingdoms of this world, built on greed, lies, bloodshed, are being shaken to the core, paving the way for the kingdom of Yah to be established. A kingdom of justice, a kingdom of righteousness, and a kingdom of peace. So let the heathen weep for their collapsing empires. Let the workers of iniquity lament their lost luxuries. Who cares? But let the children of Zion, that's you, that's me, the remnant of Israel, rejoice. You give your praises to the Most High Yah when you see this place crumble. Rejoice, for our redemption draweth nigh, and the day of our deliverance is at hand. We are witnessing the downfall of Babylon. That's why the heathen trying to get right. They trying to get right. They saw that Putin put up that black Christ. They trying to get right. They trying to say sorry. They trying, but don't matter. It don't matter.
It ain't working.
Most High don't hear your sorry. We're witnessing the disintegration of the strongholds of evil and the vindication of those who have been faithful to the commandments of Yah and the testimony of Yeshua. The word of Yah is active and alive, sharper than any two-edged sword, cutting through all this deception of the age to reveal the truth of what is and what is to become. So we got to prepare ourselves, Israel. We got to gird up our loins and trim your lamps, for the bridegroom cometh. He coming. He coming back. Don't let these heathens say nothing else. We got heathens out there thinking this was all fulfilled in 70 AD. Ha! Let them think that. Foolish. Trying to escape judgment. Got the heathen out there thinking, oh, rapture on the eclipse. What happened after the eclipse? Your ass is still here. Uh-oh. Now they're changing the date, saying that, oh, it's going to be April 23rd. They keep changing the dates. Foolishness. You ain't going nowhere, heathen. Your ass going to sit right here, and you're going to watch the destruction of your kingdom. Sit in the dust and weep for your lost luxuries. You ain't going nowhere. Rejoice, Israel. We almost there. We almost home. We on the final stretch. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Don't allow these people to get you off your square trying to bring out lies that we ain't the true Israel. Let them talk. Let them talk. They're only talking for their own destruction. So let's go on to the next one. What are we on? What verse are we on now? 21, 22? Or 20, 22, 23?
22, 23, 24.
All right, we're going to do 22 and 23 real quick. Let's do that.
And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
Complete and utter stoppage of everything. No more music. None. No more crappy rap music. None of that stuff. Gone. No more marriage. None of that stuff. Gone. No more factory work. Gone. All that stuff. There ain't going to be nothing. Most High putting a stop to everything. The cessation of music and industry in Babylon, as prophesied, symbolizes the ultimate and total collapse of society that was steeped in corruption and defiant against the Most High. This is no mere economic downturn. It's not a recession. Oh, no. This is a divine shutdown of a system that has exploited, oppressed, and led astray the masses under its influence. The silence of the harpers and craftsmen signifies the end of joy and productivity in a society that has turned its back on Yah's commandments and chosen instead the path of wickedness. Consider the modern parallels today. Industries failing, economies teetering on the brink, cultural decay pervasive across the nations. These are not isolated incidents, but a global manifestation of Yah's judgment upon a world that mirrors Babylon in its decadence and rebellion. How do we know? Isaiah talked about it. He was talking about the physical Babylon, but that is a shadow of this Babylon that we're in today. So let's go read it. Isaiah 24, verses 5 and 6. Again, it's Isaiah 24, 5 and 6.
The earth also is defiled unto the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
You see that? You see that? All because of this greed, the system. All these people have been burned. Just like it's going to happen again in this time. Many people are going to be burned, done away with forever. Until at least the great white throne judgment. And then they're going to be done away with at that time. But they're going to be killed. There ain't going to be that many people left, family. When it's all said and done, remnant of Israel and the remnant of the other nations, whoever is left, it's going to be a small number compared to what we got today. How big, I don't know. That's the Most High. But it ain't going to be that many people left, family. It's going to be a little bit of people. That's how many people are in this system. That's how many people love this system, are addicted to the wine. They love money. They love sinning. No matter how many times you give them this word, they don't care about it. The silence of the bridegroom here And the bride speaks to the destruction of what? The foundational unit of society. And what is that? The family. The breakdown of this sacred institution is a direct result of the sorceries of Babylon, the manipulations and deceptions perpetrated by those in power. Look at the family structure today. You got kids who have 2 dads or 2 moms. You see out there, look what they've done. They've turned people gay. They can't have no more family. You can't have no more family. They don't want men and women together no more. They don't want no more babies. So they're putting forth this transgender stuff. They putting forth this homosexuality stuff. This is what they're doing. They're destroying the family. That's the foundation of any society. And they have destroyed it utterly. Just look around. Nobody wants to marry nobody anymore. Nobody want to have kids no more. They just want to do what they want to do. These are the sorceries that this system has put upon the minds of the people. The indoctrination is that complete. It's that strong. The wine is so strong. The people don't even know what they're doing. They are just NPCs, robots. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just following orders, following instructions, blindly, unwillingly. These sorceries are not mere illusions, but real deceptions, such as twisting of the word of Yah, the promotion of immorality, as I just said, and the normalization of idolatry, leading entire nations away from the truth. Look at all these people, look at all these nations. They believe in all these fake gods and all this stuff, man. All for the money. They believe in all this stuff. They've led all their people away from the truth. All for money. We already read it early in Jeremiah 51:7 that Babylon had that golden cup that all the earth drunk in. Made everybody drunk off the wine. The madness we witness today, moral decay, rampant injustice, confusion over basic truths. What is a woman? People can't even answer that question. What is a woman? What is a man? They can't answer this question no more. Confusion over basic stuff. They don't even know they don't even know. They're saying there's more than 2 genders. Look at this nonsense. This wine, so strong. It's a direct result of drinking this intoxicating cup of Babylon's ideologies. It says here, for the merchants being the great men of the earth around, who are glorified today, but the magnates, the top of the top of industry and commerce, those who often build their empires on exploitation and deceit, that's them. Yet their time is ending, as Yah's judgment is no respecter of persons or power. Why? Let's read Ezekiel 7:19. What does Ezekiel say here about these people who think they got money, who got all this money? What does Ezekiel 7:19 say?
They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity.
You see that? Now, this verse is talking about Israel at that time, Judah, the southern kingdom, the rich men there, but it also echoes here today. These rich men think they can buy anything, but you ain't gonna bribe your way into the kingdom, sir. Sorry. This ain't Monopoly. Get your ass out of here. We don't need you. Get to working. Get them knees dirty. It's time to work, heathen. Y'all been living deliciously for hundreds of years, millennia, thousands of years. Now it's your turn to work. It's your turn to be out in that hot sun. Yes, sir. Working, building, while we get to sit in the cool shade and watch you. Yes, sir. The time has come for the flipping of this thing. So we got to prepare ourselves, Israel. Prepare ourselves. Come out from among them. Come out. Come out. Do not be part of these judgments that we're reading about. You have to get out. Stay clean. We're reading the end of this system. Don't be a part of it. And as we conclude, we go to the last verse. Verse 24, to finish this lesson. What does it say?
And in her was found the blood of the prophets and of saints, and all that were slain upon the earth.
This Babylon, this system is responsible for all the righteous people, the martyrs of this word, this truth, whether it's the apostles or the prophets, and so on and so forth. All the righteous people who held this word down and were killed for it was because of this system. This verse does not merely speak of physical violence, but of a deeper, more pervasive violence. And that is the spiritual and moral assassination of those who stand for truth and righteousness. The blood of prophets and saints found in her. This Babylon illuminates the stark reality of a world system that actively opposes the Most High's divine order. It's not just about the persecution of the past. It's about the ongoing suppression and marginalization of Yah's true messengers and societies today. You see how we preach the truth, y'all? Y'all see it? Y'all in them groups. When we preach the truth, they try to suppress it. They send all the goons out there to call you crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. Laughing at you, laughing at you. That's exactly what it's talking about. This is the system at work. The prophets and saints represent all who have been called out of this world to testify Yahweh's truth, often at a great personal cost. What is that? It could be your life or what? Your livelihood. Look how many of the people who come back to Yah, now they got to live poor. Because they don't want to be a part of that system no more. The Most High called them out of that system. Now you're poor again. Happened to me. I was in that system real good. Most High called me out. And now I got to live a regular life. That's that personal cost. You got to be lonely. All those friends you had in Babylon, they're not here no more. Now you got to do this thing alone. Now you got to be by yourself, like John was when he got all these visions. This is what it's about. These are the voices that challenge corruption, denounce justice, and expose the lies that have been woven into the fabric of modern day Babylon by those in power and influence. Now consider the prophets of old, how they were treated. Jeremiah was thrown into a pit. Isaiah was sawn in two. They cut him in half, family. They cut Isaiah in half. If you read the history, not in the Bible, you can read the history. But in Hebrews, they talked about what happened to the prophets, and some of them were sawn asunder. John the Baptist beheaded. This violence against Yah's emissaries has not ceased. Still going on today, fam. It has merely taken on new forms in this age. How do we see that? Censorship. They deleting their videos off of YouTube. They deleting your comments off of posts, like they have done a lot of mine. They are ridiculing you, legal persecution, and cultural hate this word. Ostracization. Basically being blackballed. Look how you are with your family. Now you believing in this truth and everything like that. What do they do to you? They separated from you. They don't talk to you no more. Barely talk to you. You're seen as the black sheep of the family. The world hates the truth, as Yeshua said it would, because it does not know one who sent him. We can see that in John 15 and 21 real quick. John 15, 21. Y'all should know about this. We went through this before.
But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me.
They don't know the Father. They haven't been chosen. They're not part of the remnant. So they're doing what the system wants them to do, which is what? Muzzle the truth. This scripture also speaks, this Revelation 18:24, speaks to the blood of all that were slain upon the earth. This is not merely a historical recounting, but a present indictment of a world system that thrives on violence. You see it all around you. Be it through wars, abortion, exploitation, or the societal decay that leads to countless death, physical, spiritual, and emotional. The enormity of this charge against Babylon, this system, cannot be overstated. Every unjust death, every martyrdom, every life taken in defiance of Yah's commandments bears witness against her, this system. Every unjust cop shooting, every unjust lynching of our people, every unjust crime that has happened, the Most High has attributed to this system. Isaiah 59 and 7, right here, it speaks on this. Again, it's Isaiah 59 and 7. What does it say?
Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? This prophetic insight from Isaiah, right into the nature of Babylon's iniquity, rings ever true in our times, where the shedding of innocent blood has become normalized and even legislated. Look how all these cops getting off shooting these black people. Look how they're getting off. Trying to make it easier to shoot these black folk. Trying to put it into laws now so they can't get in trouble for doing it. This is the wickedness. So as we navigate these treacherous times, it is crucial, Israel, that we, the remnant, remain vigilant and discerning, not swayed by these heathens as they seek to dilute or misdirect the prophetic words of Revelation. No, my beloved brethren, we must understand these words are directly applicable to our times as well, as a call to action and reminder of the urgency with which we must cling to the truth of the Most High's word. We must rise, not in physical violence, but armed with the Spirit of Yah, to confront this Babylonian system with the unadulterated truth of the scriptures, proclaiming liberty to the captives and the acceptable year of Yah. So we keep talking to our people. They want to be stubborn, that's on them. Keep it moving. But you do not stop. You do not allow their stubbornness to make you stop preaching this word. Who cares? You set your face strong amongst these people, like our prophets did. They didn't want to do it, but the Most High said, be strong. Don't be afraid of these people. So we can't be deceived or disheartened by the magnitude of this task that is before us, because we have a task here, fam. We got a mission. For Yah is with us. His rod and his staff, they comfort us. We are called to be the lights in the darkness, a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. Stand firm, my people. Therefore, in the power of his might, girded in the full armor of Yah, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. So rejoice, O children of Zion, for our redemption is nigh in the kingdom of our Yah. And his Messiah is at hand, where justice shall roll down like waters, and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Hallelujah. And with that, I end my sermon. All praises and great glory to the Most High Yah for giving me the wisdom, knowledge, understanding to give you this knowledge today, to bless your ears with this word. I pray you guys were spiritually edified. And once more, thanks again for coming here every week and listening to this word. You guys keep me going. I praise Yah for you guys every day. Sometimes I may get a little sometimes. But guess what? You guys, your energy, your spirits, they keep me going. So I just wanted to thank y'all. You don't have to come here all the time, but y'all do. So all praises and great glory to the Most High for sending all of you to me. Thank you.